What up, pressure washing? How's everybody doing in the community tonight? We are going to have an awesome live here tonight, and I am going to hit on some secrets. What is the secrets to be able to hit six figures? And I know I get hate on some of these, but you know what? I always love hate. Hate is awesome. That's not where I wanted that to be at. But that's all right, because you know what? There is definitely something that we're going to learn tonight, and I am excited to be here. And if you are excited to be here, make sure you go and hit the like button, you hit the subscribe button. And actually, one of the things I am going to do tonight is I am going to give some stuff away. So make sure you are listening, make sure you are ready to go to where you need to go to do the giveaway, so that way you can learn more and be better at what you do. And so this week I was at Nashville. I went to Nashville for BBB, Bourbon Business and BS. And there we had a great time. And there I was there with a bunch of other pressure washers, very successful pressure washers. And it was awesome to see a lot of people for the first time hit their $100,000 month. What? You mean you can do $100,000 in pressure washing a month? Yes, you can do that. Now, I'm not talking about that tonight, because that's a whole nother beast. That's a whole nother conversation. And most of you would probably not even believe me if I told you that. But I know of at least, there was probably 20 people in the room, and 6 or 7 people had hit $100,000 in 1 month just in pressure washing. But that's not what I want to talk about tonight. That is exciting to see people hit that, and it is exciting to see that you can do that. And yes, you can do this too. You know, there is nothing special about these people that are hitting six-figure months. Absolutely nothing. One of them has a decent YouTube, and he will open his books and he will show everything. And if you haven't subscribed to him, I would recommend you to subscribe to him. And that's Rob Anderson with Clean Power Wash. He was one that finally hit $100,000 month, and he gives a lot about what he does and how he does it. And so if you want to follow his journey through, I would highly recommend you to watch him also. I mean, I love when you watch me too. I've done $100,000 months, but it's neat to see other people starting to do big things that are just normal, ordinary person. If you've ever met Rob, he's kind of goofy, right? And that's fine. You can be goofy, you can be young, you can be old, you can be whatever you are, but you have to do it. And tonight, I'm going to talk about how we can hit it six-figure income in a whole year. And that's what I'm going to hit on tonight. And there's about 8 things that we need to do so that way you can hit that 8-figure in that year. And I don't know what I did there, but I did something bad. So what up, everybody? Before we get started, let's see who all we got in here. We got Epic Game, BeamNG, Mr. Georgios, Big Time came to one of our classes about a year and a half ago in Raleigh, North Carolina. It's awesome to see him in here tonight. We got Quinn. How are you doing? Competitors be like, well, ain't nobody buying anymore. No one pays me. Nobody, anyone cause the economy. And that can be a mindset that a lot of people get into, right? That's a mindset that you can get into so fast. But you know what? People are still making six-figure months. I'm not even talking about six-figure years. I'm talking about a six-figure month. And we'll talk about, because a lot of the things to get a six-figure year go into play with a six-figure month. We just got to amp it up and make more of it. And so that is awesome. We got TC in the house, just closed a $1,150 and another 1010. and a $575. That's pretty awesome. First week, a $4,000, a $10,000 month is so confident. Now I want to thank you. And that's a high five, because that's some high fiving right there, that you did a $4,000 week and a $10,000 month. And so it is possible. It kind of goes back to, if you can do $10,000 in a month, then you can do $100,000 in a month, right? What did we do for 10,000? We just got a 10x it to get to that $100,000 a month. And you want to know what the crazy part of it is? If you want to know what the crazy part is, make sure you hit the like button here real quick, and I'll tell you what the crazy part of this is. And it's a big secret. It really is a big secret. Did you know it's all right here? It's all right here. It's a lot of it has to do with mindset. Mindset is what's going to make or break you. And I know I can get hate on that all day long of, Jason, that's the dumbest thing ever. It don't matter about your mindset, blah, 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 blah. Whatever you want to say about it, it don't matter about that, Jason. But it does. It does. I'm trying to get for my Facebook friends up here, so that way, if you guys on my Facebook, there we go. We got David Flipping in here. What up, folks? An awesome guy right there. Mr. Flipping is really cool in the industry. What up from Manny? What's that secret, Jason? Again, it's mindset. But we're going to go over some other things here before we get started here. All right, so let's get talking about here. So one thing I'm going to say is, I know we'll have to run away and come back here, but I am going to give a great book away. I've been reading this book here lately. It's been a book that I really enjoy. It's a book that it's probably going to be one of my top 5 books, with E-Myth, Profit First, Pumpkin Plan, and this book here, because it is a book that has made me, I know it, but it's like knowledge that has helped me drive it to the point of where I need to go. And so if you want to go, it is The Magic of Thinking Big. And I may give out a couple, depending on how many people I get signed up for tonight in this giveaway. I may give out a few of these books, but The Magic of Thinking Big. And if you don't have the $15 to buy or to listen to the audiobook, you can go on YouTube and listen to it for free. So there's no reason why you can't get this awesome information about this book. And the craziest thing about this book wasn't written last week. It wasn't written last year. It wasn't written in the 90s. It was written in the 1950s. In the 1950s, David Schwartz wrote this book, and it is an amazing book. I would highly, highly, highly recommend you read this book. And if you've read this book, give me a say, I read this book in the comments here, so that way I can see that you've read this book, and and tell me how it has changed your mindset and how it has changed your life by reading this book. This is a great book. I highly recommend it. I'll probably at least give 2 or 3 copies away tonight at the end of this live for reading this book. And so it's a great book, but before we get started, I want to make sure we do it. One thing, if you do go to kingofpressurewash.com/giveaway, it does have to be a capital G. I don't know why, but it does. If you don't put the capital G in it, it's probably not going to work. I don't know what the deal is with it, but I didn't have time to fix it tonight, so I didn't have time to look at it. All right, let's get started here, because I want you all to be successful. I want you all to do amazing thing. Tyler put, yes, sir. Mindset is everything, and that is 100%. What up, Jason? How was the soccer game? Was it a soccer game? That is tonight. I actually had soccer practice. We got a soccer game this Saturday to see if we win regionals with my daughter or not. All right, let's get started here, because I gotta get started. You guys get me going here. So one thing we need to do is we need to figure out our niche. And we can be just pressure washing, we can be house washing, we can do different things. We can do roof cleaning, but if the more niche we niche or niche, I don't know however you want to say it, but the more we can niche down in one thing and become the expert in that, this will help us. You know, you could become the expert in roof cleaning. You could become the expert in driveway cleaning and sealing, and that's what you do. You could become an expert in deck cleaning and restoration, and that can make you a ton of money. You can do it as pressure washing, house washing, driveway cleaning, and that's fine too. But if we can niche down, a lot of times the more, like if we can do a bunch of driveway cleaning and sealing, those are going to give us a way higher average ticket. We're going to make way more money than just a house wash. Now, I'm not saying we can't make six figures, because you can make six figures with just doing house washes, driveway cleanings, and that stuff. Not even adding the roof cleaning on. One of the companies that did six figures in a month is talking about getting rid of roof cleaning, because the benefit and the callbacks and damage and all of that kind of stuff it's about one of those things that, you know, is it worth it in the end? And so that is definitely something that we want to do. The next thing we want to do is set your prices. We want to set your prices, and we want to be raising our prices. You know, I went to an event last night, and I was talking to a guy. He's not in the pressure washing world. He's in another business. And I've actually had a guy comment on one of my videos the other day. I sent it to Jason because he's in Florida. And he's like, I set my prices of what I think I should pay, or what I think that is fair for the customer. Well, let's just talk about that, because what you think is fair, from you being let's just say, let me hear how many people here made either, whether you're making it now $25 an hour or less, or when you first started your pressure washing business, or you might be at $50 an hour or less. So $50,000, you were making $100,000 a year, or you were at $25 an hour and you were making $25,000 a year. Let me hear in the comments how much you were making either before you became full-time pressure washer, or if you're full-time now and then you're doing this as a side gig. Let me hear what you have there. I would be interested in this. But this is my point. Well, what I think is fair, because when I quit the firehouse, I was making $48,000 a year 2 years ago. That was my high year, was $48,000 a year. And so what I think is fair is not the same that somebody lives in those nicer neighborhoods that I don't live in, right? The people that live in Triple Crown, which is the nice neighborhood here in Northern Kentucky, most houses are, the low end is $350,000, $400,000 houses, and then they go up from there. And most of those houses, I don't live in there. So how can I charge a fair price for me, because it's me thinking that it's a fair price, for people that's on a whole nother level? And so when you're trying to charge what you're charging here for what you think is fair and what you think is honest, but that's not how we're going to grow our business. And, you can say, well, I don't want to do this because I was brought up this way and I was brought up that way. And I'm going to bring something to your table that might blow your mind a little bit. And, a lot of time I see this in, Christians that, they say, whatever, but, when God handed out talents, and he handed 3 people talents, and this person didn't double nothing, or this person, he doubled his talent, and this person doubled his talent, and the person that just brought his talent back, that he had his one little talent, he rebuked him. And so, you have gifts that have been given to you so that you can go out there and do amazing things. Because here's the thing, if you want to bless people, if you want to help people, if you want to do things in your community to help community, it's hard to do it when you're broke. And when you're broke, you can't give like you can if you have made money because you've used your talents so that you can go out there and now you can support people. You can do other things because that is what we can do when we are given and we set our prices. And yes, I know I always say raise your prices because a lot of times people are so scared to raise their prices because they're thinking they're going to lose these customers. And in reality, those customers were never your customers in the first place. And so this is why it is important that we raise our prices so that way we can be a blessing to others and we can do great things. And that is what I want you to be able to do. Next thing is to hit six figures is we need to get organized. We need to organize our stuff. We need to have systems. And, you know, to hit six figures, it's not really that hard at the end of the day. It's not. You know, if you can work 10 months, that's $10,000 a year, or $10,000 a month is $100,000. And, you know, 10 months, and we break that down into 4 weeks, that's not much at all. Right? That's not nothing at the end of the day. It ends up being like one job at 3 or 4. I don't even have my sheet here, but it's not much to be able to do this. And so we need to get systems in our business. We need systems to be able to go out and pressure wash. That needs to have systems. Now, there's systems out there. You have a system right now. Now, is your system good? Well, that could be questionable. Is your system efficient? Is it fast? Is it quick? Then we need to get systems so that way we can be efficient. We can be quick. We're not walking back to the truck 25 times because we forgot to turn the soap on. We forgot to turn the soap off. We didn't let it dwell long enough. We didn't let it do whatever. And so these are some things of systems that we can do. We need to have systems on answering the phone. When the old phone rings, we need to answer this thing. This is the most important thing you can do is answer your phone. But Jason, I'm so busy. I ain't got time for that, Jason. Jason, I don't have time to go out here and answer my phone because I'm busy. And just because you're busy, this is going to keep you busy. You not answering this, you're not going to be so busy for so long after that. And so this is why we have to answer our phone and do things that we do. Now, I want you to be honest with yourself, and I want to know how many people answer at least 90% of their phone calls. Or if you know the percentage, let me put it down in there. And I want to be interested when I come scrolling down through these. I want to know how many would you say, hey, I answer 100% of my phone calls. I don't care what I do. Let me know down in the comments how often you answer your phone call. Or you know what? You might say, you know what? I don't have time for it. And that's fine. You can be honest and let me know. Because you know what? Knowing our faults and knowing what we need to do better will better you so much more. But if us lying to ourselves and saying, yeah, I answer it 100%, but you really don't, you're lying to yourself. And at that point, nothing's going to happen and you're not going to grow. And you're going to struggle to be growing if we don't create systems for yourself and to grow it. Next thing, this is probably number 2 that I would say. This is number 2 here is marketing your business. Marketing your business online and offline. This is the number 1 thing that's going to get us there. How do we get this phone to ring? That is the hardest thing that you will do. I see so many people get into pressure washing and they get all geeked out on all the equipment. And there's a ton of videos out there about geeking out on equipment, how cool it is, all this new stuff, and they love geeking out on the equipment. But what they fail at is getting the phone to ring. And when you fail at getting the phone to ring, that's a bad day. That's a bad day right there. Because if we can't get this phone to ring, it don't matter how much we geek out on this equipment. That equipment sitting in your garage isn't going to get you a business and get your money back and get you to the 6 figures. And so we got to figure out, how do we market? How do we get that phone to ring? And so this is getting our Google My Business. And I know right now, Google Business Profile is a big pain in the butt for a lot of people. A, it's hard to get on it. It's hard to get your Google My Business set up. And B, they don't even show your reviews. You're getting reviews. How many people in the comments? Let me hear in the comments, because I love this one. I know I'm going to get it anyway. So tell me in the comments how many, either A, you've gotten reviews taken away, or they never showed up. Let me hear it down in the comments. So when I get to that section of the comments, I'm going to be able to see. Actually, you know what? I might just scroll down there because I want to see what this is. Good gosh, you guys have been commenting, which I know I've been kind of doing that. But one of the things is, let me hear how many people have not shown up. So Jason here, he's put, I love the guys who invest in equipment and sell it cheap. But Jason he's been trying to get to 150 for probably a month or two right now. He'll get up to 147. Next thing he says, I'm at 143. He'll get up to 148. Next thing he knows, he's at 145. And so Google has been putting a strain on people. And so just play the game, guys. That's all I can tell you. Play the game, try to get reviews, and that's all you can do. And so, you know, it is something that I don't know why, but they're not showing up. And so just keep doing it is all I can tell you to do. The only other option is try to get it on third-party stuff. Getting reviews on third-party things will also help your Google My Business. Get them on Facebook, get them on Yelp, and that's even worse than Facebook or YouTube is showing up. But getting them on Yelp, getting them on third-party, house.com, I think you can get them on there. You can, I really don't want to say this one, but Angie's List, you can get them on there. But try to get them on third-party because that will also, that shows Google that you're getting reviews from other places than just Google. And so again, you got to market your business. If you're, and so I said, you know, Google My Business, Google Business Profile. You know, we're going to do Facebook, we're going to do AdWords, we're going to do Facebook ads, we're going to do networking, we're going to do LinkedIn, we're going to go to meetups, we're going to do any way we can do to try to find people. We're going to do yard signs because we love yard signs. We had a guy on last week that's killing it in yard signs. He's 10Xing it, guys, and that's what I want you to do. How do we get bigger? We 10X it. We hammer down and we make it happen. And then next one, this is probably the most important one. And this kind of goes back to the book that I've been reading, is we have to take action. Action, if we're not taking action, we're not going to be where we need to be at. Because what happens is we get fearful. If we don't take action, fear sets in. And the longer we don't take action, the more that fear sets in, the more we allow that fear to set in, it will cripple us. We'll be like, you know what? I'm going to go put them yard signs out tomorrow. Well, now we got all day today that in our brain, we're going to be like, oh my God, I can't go put yard signs out. There might be people that see me. Can you believe there'll be people that see me put out yard signs? The city's probably just going to call me right away and tell me that I'm going to go to jail for putting out yard signs. I'm just going to go to jail for putting out yard signs. And your brain will sit there and eat away at you of why you cannot go put out these beautiful yard signs, right? Why we cannot get these yard signs out? Because you know what, man, those people might see me. The city's going to call me. Is it legal to put out yard signs? It's not even legal to put out yard signs. I'm going to go to jail if I put out yard signs. They're going to come lock me up right now if I'm putting out yard signs. I want to tell you something. Is there anybody in here that has ever been locked up because they put yard signs out? Let me know in the comments. Has anybody in here ever been locked up because you put yard signs out? I'm waiting to see. I got 200 more yesterday and putting out another 50. I ain't seen nobody that If the cops aren't calling you hard and pressing hard enough. And so, have you ever been locked up because you put out yard signs? Only thing that got locked up was my signs. And that was probably locked up in your garage because fear overcomes you and you won't go put them out. And so these are some things that we have to do so that way we can keep us going and making money. All right. So go do marketing, take action, because if you don't take action, fear will overcome you. And that's what this book here that I'm giving away tonight has a lot to deal with. It's a lot about taking action and what happens if you don't take action. You know, you can say, well, Jason, I don't want to take action because that's going to make me work. Well, you're right. It is going to make you work. And so this is why we have to take action. And you know what? When we take action, it's not just that sign. I'll tell you another fear. How many people got fear of this one? How many people got fear of going live? Who can go live? How many people in here have went live and about crapped themselves because they were so scared and their brain just scattered and your brains just went everywhere because you were so scared to go Facebook Live or go live of any kind? You know what? What's going to happen? Again, is somebody going to come through? Now, there is some cowboy keyboard that will come in here and make fun of you and push you and aggravate you and do all the things. But you got to remember, when we go live, when we take that action, people see that, and that is something that will help you. Me on TikTok and love it. And if you're not following Little Pressure Washing on TikTok, I would highly recommend you to go. I don't know if he does much on his channel, on Pressure Wash channel. I'm sorry, I don't look at many people's pressure washing channel, but I do see you on TikTok all the time. I would highly recommend you to go on TikTok, and if you're on TikTok, follow Little Pressure Washing. He does a ton of videos, and he is one that's giving out his experiences kind of as he's growing, and that's an awesome thing to see. So go check out Little Pressure Washing for sure. So take action. Taking action is, I'm hammering on it because it's so true. I see so many people, they have such good potential, but they will never take that first step. They will sit there and I've seen it. I've seen some of you sit there and be like, I'm going to start a pressure washing business. And 3 months later, I'm going to start a pressure washing business. 6 months later, I'm going to start a pressure washing business. A year later, I'm going to start a pressure washing business. Ain't gonna go do it. I'm sorry. You just got to take the step, and it can be scary. We don't know what that next step might be. It might be the biggest mistake we ever do. It might be the best mistake you ever do. And so take that step. Take it, please. Take it. If you're struggling with something, just push in. Lean into it. Don't be like, oh, because fear will sit in the back of our mind and it will tear you apart. And this could be anything. This could be at your job. This could be at your pressure washing and doing this here. Lives get easier after the second time. And you're right, they do. But it's hard sometimes. But you know what? You can do hard things. I guarantee you. Who in here thinks they can do hard things? I guarantee you, you can do hard things. All right. So next is stay positive. Stay positive and focused. Take action. Stay positive. You know, I see so many people say, and I'm bad about this. I'm bad about it myself of staying positive. You know, sometimes I'll be like, man, I didn't get nothing done today. Well, or you know what? This time's already going by and I'm not getting nothing done. And now we have, you know, we're Yeah, it's exactly. It goes back to mindset. 100%. 100%. Staying positive, keeping the good mindset. You know, we could be like this guy here and he wants to say a bunch of goofy stuff, and that's fine. He can say it. It helps my algorithm. It don't hurt me, you know. But you can say bad things or you can say positive things. And when you say positive things will happen to you. If we focus on negative things all the time, guess what's going to happen? You're going to be negative. It's just a guarantee. And so, between two things, that's what's really kind of got me into this where I'm at right now is I've been reading this book, which I want to give you this book away, and I'll give 2 or 3 copies away. You do have to put a capital G in it, otherwise it won't go there. But I've been reading this book, and then when we were at BBB, um, business, beer, and bullshit, um, we had a guy speak, and I will actually show that book too, which is Average Sucks. The name of the book is Average Sucks, and I'm actually taking a class of his. It's like $600 or $700. I don't remember what it was, but Average Sucks, and he's doing a class this next week of helping us overcome and take action. And that is what I want you to do. That's why I'm kind of been on this take action thing. It's kind of one of those things that everything's coming at me of take action, take action, take action. And that is what I really want you all to see. All right. And then, did I got anything? Oh, yeah. Follow up with your clients and ask for referrals. This is a huge one to be able to make 6 figures. Follow up with your clients, get that 5-star review, see if they need anything else, see if they have anything that see if you can get upsell them other things, and then ask for referrals. Ask for that referral. Ask them to post on their favorite social media. You'll be surprised when somebody else goes out there and says, hey, this is what you can do. This is how you can do it. And that is amazing. I love this here too, because this is all mindset right here. How can you sell at $300, $500, or $1,000 if you don't believe what your worth is or what you're worth at? And that is 100%. If you don't believe what you're worth, you will never ask it and you will never get it. And so that is definitely a thing. And then last is keep learning and growing. Don't stop learning. Don't stop learning, because if you stop learning, you will have a hard time of growing a business. And so this is something that I will tell you that it is a good thing to do. And so if you want to, I'm actually having a pressure washing class and a Christmas light class coming up in Seattle, Washington. It's the end of June and 1st of July. You can go check it out, pressurewashhelp.com/dates. If I don't have so many people sign up by probably after Monday, I'm going to shut it down. So go get signed up. And if as long as I get so many people, I'll definitely do it. I want to do it. So go sign up. I want at least 3 to 5 people in this class. I want more than that, because I want you all to be successful out there. I have never done a class out west, and these pressure washing is a good business, and Christmas lights is even better. And if you're thinking about doing Christmas lights and you live on the West Coast, it would be a good time that you come and take this class. We'll teach you everything you need to know to be able to do Christmas lights. I will be having some Christmas light classes around other places, but this is where it is. So I hang Christmas light during that time. Christmas lights is amazing. Christmas lights is awesome. So go check out pressurewashhelp.com/dates if you are in the West Coast over there by Seattle. All right, let's see here. How far do I want to scroll up here? You guys answered a lot of questions. Let me go to Facebook. Let's see what Facebook just put on here. Awesome. Rusty, I love this. ABL, always be learning. That is so true. Yep. Too true. $575 house wash. Stay positive and push yourself to greatness. I love that. You can do great things. You can be amazing. Did you know it don't matter, in the book that I'm giving away here, he talks about Um, People will say, you know what, Jason, I'm too old. And it's what's the agenitis. I'm too old or I'm too young. And that is further from the truth. You are not too old. You are not too young. You can do amazing things. You know, he was saying that you have a work span from 20 to 70, right? That's usually about where you're going to be at. And that's 50 years. So if you are at 40 years old, you got 50% of your life to keep pushing forward. If you're at 20, you got 100% to push forward and do amazing things and do awesome things. If you're at 50, 60, you still got 10 years. You can still do amazing things. You can still grow a successful business. Most of these businesses that did 6 figures in 1 month have been in business for less than 5, 6 years, hasn't even been in business for 10 years. Not one of them has, well, Rob Anderson, he's been in business for more than that, but he hasn't been full-time that many years. And so there is ways that you can grow a business and be successful and hit those big numbers. And you're never too old. Don't think you're too old. You know, Colonel Sanders was 67 when he started KFC. And if he would have thought that he was too old to start KFC, he would have never started it. And we would have never had a Kentucky Fried Chicken. And I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing, but that's a thing that we have to remember, that we can do amazing things. You can do amazing things, guys. There's nothing special about these guys hitting 6 figure. Like I say, if you know Rob Anderson, he's about as goofy as they come. JC, he's an awesome guy, but you know, there's nothing special about these guys. You can do amazing things if you are willing and able to do things that are uncomfortable, that are setting us apart of putting one foot in front of the next, right? We got to take that first step. Because if we can take the first step and we can get momentum going, it's easier to take the second and the third and the fourth. But 9 times out of 10, it's a hard thing to take that first step. You know what? I see so many people get crippled. So many people get crippled of, I don't have a logo yet. What am I going to do about a logo? I don't have a logo yet. And they will sit there and worry about this stupid logo for months, for years, and just move on to the next step. If that logo, it don't have to be perfect. Everybody thinks it's got to be perfect before I do this. Well, I'm going to tell you something. I am not perfect. And if I waited till I was perfect, I would not be going after my goal of helping 100 or 1,000 people make $100,000 a year. If I sat there and be like, I got to have the perfect copywriting, I got to have the perfect video, I got to be able to speak, I can't have Jasonisms, I got to be like the perfect English person and speak like no other, I can't say and him and anything else stupid that I say that you all, you know, graciously listen to. You can do it. And people will watch you because it's you. Did you know that? People will buy from you because it's you. And that's the amazing things. I like your acronym game. Yes. You guys. Perfect rig. Yes, exactly. I got to have the perfect rig. Well, what is the perfect rig? Because next week you're not going to find something else perfect. I sold my house and invested $60,000 and don't even have one job booked. My family thinks I'm crazy. Well, my thing is how much did you put in marketing? You haven't put much in marketing at that point. I don't care what the kind of rig you got. It don't make the phone ring. I'm 23 and getting fired up. I'm super grateful for all the resources in this industry. Virgil, just do it. That's what I'm going to tell you. Just do it. Just take it. Just make it yours. Be like Moses from last week. Go put out 1,000 signs. 10x whatever you need, whatever's working for you or whatever you're getting to work for you, 10x it. Do it like no other. Because there ain't nobody else going to do it like you. I guarantee you. Everyone has been looking at me crazy for this ideal. Invested $1,500 on a pressure washer and a service cleaner. Awesome. What's that? That's a pretty. I didn't see who's all little pressure washing. $4.99 super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Towards a half a gallon of gas, brother. I see you at the Huge in Nashville. I will bless you and your family. God bless you. That's a sad thing. That's why we got to raise our prices too. My business is perfect because we go for it. We fail a lot, but failure is part of the process. And if we're not failing, we're not learning. So if you're not learning, you're not growing. And so that's the important part of why we need to fail and we need to do hard things. You can do hard things. Did you know you can do hard things? You know, Nathan here, he could have all kind of reasons. He could have reasons that he's too young, that he lives in a city that he has to drive an hour to get to some of his nicer neighborhoods. That's an excuse. I got to drive my neighborhood. I live in Cynthiana, Kentucky, armpit of Kentucky. There ain't nothing there. The closest city is Georgetown, which is 30 minutes away. And that's not really where, I mean, yeah, that's some, but we got to go on into Lexington to be able to hit that money. But that's too far. That's an excuse. I'll pick on him a little bit. I'm too short, right? I'm too short. He's only like this tall to me. Now, granted, I am 6'6", so, but he could come up with all kind of excuses. I guarantee you, when people come to when he shows up at jobs, they're probably like, "Who is this little kid? Is he supposed to be in high school?" And I'm not even making. I mean, I'm poking a little bit, but I'm not even joking. I mean, he could come up with 150 excuses why he will fail. He could do that, or he can keep learning, he can keep growing, he can keep doing what he needs to do and keep growing his business and being awesome as he's doing it, being amazing while he's doing it. He is amazing. He is doing amazing things. He is doing hard things. Earlier in the beginning, he said the competitors are saying there's no work out there, the economy's going to crap, and he's still making money. Why? Because he's not letting things in his head get into the way of keep pushing and keep growing. Again, he is very young. But he's growing. He came to one of our classes. He's went to Grant Cardone's sales stuff. He's investing in himself. And guess what? That is amazing. You know, there's two types of people that drive me crazy. One, the ones that never start, they drive me crazy. And two, the ones that think they know it all. Because when you think you know it all, you're probably failing. Because I've seen people out there doing this. I've been doing this. I've owned this business for 30 years. And I don't make $100,000 a year. Because I've been doing it for 30 years. There ain't no money in this. I've been doing it for 30 years. And I make $20,000 a year and I'm broke and I ain't got nothing and my equipment looks like crap. But man, there ain't no money in pressure washing. I've been doing it for 30 years because you're stupid. And if that's you, I'm sorry, but you're stupid because you are not willing to learn and keep growing and keep doing the things you need to do. Open books. You know, they say most successful people read, I think it's like 3 or 4 books a year. Most unsuccessful people haven't read a book in like 5 or 10 years. What was the last book you read? Let me see what was the last book you read or listened to. I want to hear what was the last book you had read or what was the last book that you had done. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to go back up here to giveaway because I'm going to have to give this thing away here before too long. What was the last book that you read? Jay, that's okay. Once you save up and get a bigger 8-gallon machine, you can do that house for $350 and do them in half the time. Or you can keep paying $550. You don't have to lower your prices. 2 years ago, but I have 3 on my Father's Day list. Psychology. Fact, the brain naturally focuses on negative. It's naturally instinct for protection. We have to train our brains to think positive. Like you've read a book somewhere. Mike Manning, I've been following you for about 2 years and have learned so much in this industry. You know, Mike Manning is in Canada. He's another one. He's another one that could be like, you know what? I'm too old. I'm just too old. I can't do this. I'm just too old. Extreme Ownership, great book, right, highly recommended. No, if you don't go get it yourself, you'll finish reading How to Win Friends and Finish Influence. Yes, that's another great book. Mike Manning's over here on here. He could have all kinds of excuses, and I've talked about him before. I'm too. He's like 50, 47, 50. I'm too old. Um, I'm in Canada. I got to do everything the French. I got to do this. I got excuse after excuse. But you know what? Manny has kicked butt, kicked tail, taken names, and is growing a business. He's had a $20,000 month, and I think he almost had a $30,000 May. First year full time doing this stuff. How did he do it? Because he didn't sit there and say, I'm gonna go watch some YouTubes, and that's how I'm gonna grow my business. I'm gonna just go watch YouTube and grow my business. Now, can you? Yes. But you know what? If you pay, you learn a lot better. I hate to say it. If you pay, you will learn a whole lot better. And I know that you're gonna give me hate of Jason just trying to sell his stuff. I don't care if you buy my stuff or not. I have everything on my YouTube channel that can make you six figures, that can make you seven figures. I have put everything on my YouTube channel that can make you $1,000,000. I made $1,000,000 and I've put pretty much everything on there. You could go learn it for free. But you know what? You don't learn usually when you're doing it for free. You know what? When you invest in yourself, it's like you listen. When you open that wallet, your brain like opens up and starts listening. And I'm not saying this because of whatever. I'm saying this because it is true. It is true. So Mike Manning, he came down and he's in Canada, right? He's in Canada. He's on over the New York side in Montreal, I believe it is. And he came to ResponsiveCon. That probably cost him $3,000 to come to ResponsiveCon. Time he got his hotel and his flight, had to get across the border. His son was supposed to come across the border, but got quarantined and all that crap. And he could have made up all kinds of excuses not coming to ResponsiveCon. When he came to ResponsiveCon, then he went and then he started ResponsiveBid. And when he started ResponsiveBid, it's all in English. Well, most people in his area is all in are all in French, you know, all in French. So he worked that weekend and weeks after that of changing that from English to French. And you know what? He's hitting a $30,000 month. He's hitting $20,000 months. And that's how you do that. And then he came to my pressure washing class and my or the landscape lighting and advanced class. That was another $3,000. That was probably another $4,000. He could have said, "Man, that's just too expensive. I can't do that. I can't do that. That's just too expensive." It's just like David James put, those who pay attention. And I would say amen to that 100%. 100%. Because it is so true. Those who pay attention, 100%. I did read a book on it, but I read so many, I have to think which one book it is. And that's awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, so let's go over here. Let me go over here. And if you have put pressurewashhelp.com/ there, definitely I'm going to go over here and we'll see who wins. And if you're not on here, I will still give it out to whoever wins. I got to figure out how to bring it up here. You may have to. I'm going to try to do two things at once. I probably should have brought this up before I did this, but you know what? I love doing this stuff. Yes, this is great chat positively and no trolling, great people exchanging great ideas. Great channel and amazing people. Rock on, Jason. Again, go check him out on TikTok. I need to probably have you on here in one night, dude. I need to have you come on my channel here. Because I don't mind that at all. Let's see here. We're going to go up here to marketing. And then we got to go to forums. Go check this out. Pressurewashhelp.com. Again, we are going to be doing training in Seattle. We're going to do a pressure washing class for 2 days and a Christmas light class. If you want to do Christmas lights, you can make 6 figures in 1 year. We talked to a guy in Denver that did over $100,000 in less than 2 months, and he did it off of 100-yard signs. So it is definitely something you can do. It is definitely something that I want you to do. All right, guys. I don't have many people signed up here right now. Go check out Pressure Wash Help, kingofpressurewash.com, or what was it? What's my giveaway? Pressurewashhelp.com, or give kingofpressurewash.com/giveaway. Go and sign up. I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people signed up right now. You guys killing me. I'm trying to give away free information here that this book could change your life, and you haven't even signed up yet. What the heck? kingofpressurewash.com/giveaway. You do have to use a large G. And if anybody wants to put that link in there I would appreciate that too. Jason, what CRM do you use? Whichever one you're going to use, don't really matter. I would, there's Marquette, there's Jobber, there's House Call Pro. I would tell you to go to kingofpressurewash.com, and there you can go to the resource page, and I got like a list of them that you can go get 30-day trials and stuff. Middle Tennessee and there. Hey, Jason, how are you, brother? I am living the dream, man, living the dream. What is your advice to someone that is about to start next week? Start. Just do it. Go out there, get your Google My Business, get customers. Don't worry about equipment. Let's get customers. You can literally go rent equipment, but you cannot rent customers. You have to go get customers. If you don't have customers, it does you no good whatsoever. What's up, Jason? Jason tuned in. I use Marquette. Yep. There's a bunch of them out there. It's just a matter of whatever one you want. Sorry, got to ask you again, what website did you use for your pressure wash? I don't know what you mean by that. William B. Have a great night. Keep hustling. Let me see if anybody else has signed up here for my thing here. Is it going to go? Is it going to work? Come on. Come on now. I love technology. Oh, we got a few more. Sweet. We got a few more. Mike Manning, I haven't seen you in a while, dude. Awesome blossom, dude. Awesome. There we go. Now we got some people. We got about 10 or so. I'll wait a few more minutes and then we'll do that. Again, go check out pressurewashhelp.com/giveaway. I don't think I have any codes. If you want to learn, so Marketing Mondays, we didn't have it because I failed the people. Sorry if you showed up and I wasn't there. That was my fault. Marketing Mondays, we're going to talk about LinkedIn. So if you haven't joined the membership, you can go to kingofpressurewash.com, and there I talk about the side of in the membership. So I have a membership that pretty much is a blueprint of how you can get to 6 figures, no problem. I go over all the marketing. I go over all the steps of how to pressure wash a house correctly. I go over every bit of that. So if you want to go check that out, go check out King of Pressure Wash. I also do Monday marketing. Every Monday night, we do a Zoom call. There's about 40 people that come in, and we talk about marketing. I talk about a subject for 15 to 30 minutes, and then it's just open floor, and usually we go for another hour. It usually lasts for an hour and a half Zoom call. And in that Zoom call, we talk about LinkedIn, or this month, we're going to be talking about LinkedIn. How can we get commercial customers by using LinkedIn? How can we get high-end clients by using LinkedIn? And so if you want to learn that, you need to go to kingofpressurewash.com, and there you will be able to get into the membership. All right. Any classes coming to Nashville? I will not probably be in Nashville. That's probably not going to happen this year anyway. Did you use Shopify? No, I did not use Shopify. I used WordPress, or you can use Wix. If you join the membership, I don't push this. I'm not even going to talk about that yet because I don't have my side down yet. I got to take action. Jason's got to take action. Jason's been feeling guilty lately here. I got a big vision. It's just I got to figure out how to make it happen. And I think I can make it happen, and you all will love it, but I just got to make it happen. What is the way to get customers? Take action. Again, get your Google My Business. Would you recommend get your door or your yard signs? If you don't have yard signs, get yard signs. Yard signs are amazing. Yard sign. Where's my money bushes at? Moneybushes.com. They are amazing. They will get you business. I guarantee you they will get you business. Go buy you 100 money bushes and put 25 out a week. It will make, I guarantee you'll make your $300 back for sure. All right. So let's see how many people we got signed up here. Well, that guy ain't going to get none because he protected his email. Why is that happening? That ain't good. All right. So we got, so we got 25 people. 25 people. I'll give away 2 of them. 25 people. So I'm just going to go here and do pick a number. Pick a number between 1 and 25. See, I'm not going to do nothing crazy. We're just going to do something real easy here. Random generator. 1 and 25. Start. Go. Go. 22. So it's going to be somebody that had joined here earlier. 22 previously. 22. 1, 2. Josh Hurdle. I got to make my notes here so that way I make sure I send it to you. Josh. Where did I see that name at? Josh Hardle. There you go. I'm going to send one to him. All right, let's do this again because I'm in a giving mood. Pick a number, random. Go. 17. 17. Let's see. 25, 24, 23, 22, 20, 18. 18. We have, I can't even say this name. This is pretty awesome up. Kalia Hulula. I butchered that one too. Hades and back. They're actually in Hawaii. That's pretty awesome. All the way in Hawaii. I'll do one more. Should I do one more? Let me know if I should do one more. Do one more. I'm in a given mood. I'll do one more. Let me see if anybody else got into this form here real quick so that way everybody gets a free chance. I want to make sure everybody's happy. I like making sure everybody's happy. There's 25. Oh, we did get a few more. 26, 27, 28. 28. 29 and 28. 28. Go. That might be the same. I don't know. Well, no, it should be changed. 17. Because I think it added some. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Mike Manning. Mike Manning. Awesome. Yes, you are the winner. All the way in Hawaii. Hey, Jason, do you have any thoughts on the talks around recession coming? I think I think there is a recession, but I think that it is going to hurt the lower class. But in the end, pressure washing, that's not our customer. You know, if that's who you're going for, then that's going to be an issue. If you're going for that lower customer, if you're trying to be a $99 guy, $199 guy, and you're going for that customer, that's going to be a problem. Um, you know, one thing about it right now, yes, we're in a recession, but there's also, they said, I just seen a thing the other day that 85% of the money that is out in the world has been printed in the last 2 or 3 years. So there's still a lot of money sitting out there, right? There's still a lot of money that you can get, and that's the thing. And so, I've seen a lot of, the person I bought this business off of, or that actually used to own this channel, that I bought it off, First Choice Power Washing, that I bought his whole business. He started in '07 when the first '07 '08 bullcrap started coming in, and he was able to be successful out of that. You can be successful in growing a pressure washing business in that. Now, we might have to pivot. You might have to pivot to see who you have to go for, right? But them are some things that you got to think about. um, Another thing, you can be fearful. You can sit there and think in your brain and have all the, kind of like I was talking about all the fear and that's not going to help you out at the end. I'm not saying go bury your face, but I kind of am saying just go put your head down and keep doing the things you need to do. Because here's the thing, you're going to learn business skills by starting a pressure washing business, or if you own a pressure washing business. And when you have these skills, um, these are things that you can use in any business that's going to help you grow, that's going to help you make money, that's going to help you do things. And so these are things that you have to be able to understand so that you can keep moving forward. You might start a pressure washing business and you might love doing marketing, and then you could go market. You might be a pressure washer and start a TikTok channel and blow up and be successful at doing that, right? You might love doing that stuff. You might love being an influencer, right? I'm not saying I'm the only influencer out there. I'm saying that's, I've grown my business. I love helping people, right? And I can take these things and I can take these skills and I can do a lot of different things with these skills that I've learned. And that's the beautiful thing about starting and growing a business, and also allowing our mind and keep growing our mind and keep growing our skills. This is things that we can do that will help you be able to keep you moving and keep you going. I don't know if that answered your question or not, but like I say, I don't pay attention much to the news. Um, it's all negative, and that's something that I don't want to focus on. I don't want to focus on negative things, because I know what happens when we focus on negative things. Nothing good comes out of negative. And if you're on Facebook, if you're on TV, if you're and all you're hearing is negative stuff come in, nothing positive is going to come out of you, because it's just negative crap, negative crap, negative crap, negative crap. Where if we have positive stuff coming in, and we're watching the Steve Harvey's positive quotes, and we're watching Andy for his positive stuff, and we're watching Tesla's positive, he gives a lot of positive stuff, and we put this positive stuff on us, we can go tear down mountains at that point. And so, even this book that I've been giving out here is a huge thing about talking positive, being positive. Do you think in the 1950s when he wrote this book, it was all good and all? No, it wasn't. It was around wartime, right? But he didn't let that stop him from writing this book. He didn't let that negative thinking come back into us. He put in a positive book and positive thinking and taking action, and that's what he wrote this book on. This book was written in the 1950s. Like I say, you think it was all glorious then? No, it wasn't. And so these are things that, yeah, the recession, that's probably going to suck. And people are probably going to lose stuff. And, this is why I try to get you debt free. This is why I try to get you out of debt, because if we're out of debt and a recession hits, we can usually hang on a lot easier that way. Awesome. Thank you. I'm looking at the positive side of a recession, as most wealth changes occurs during recession. And that's, and that's another thing. If we have money and assets that we can leverage and we can buy when a recession happens, that's how we can be better. If we sit there and be like, oh my God, this is going to be the worst thing ever. I can't function. I can't do this stuff. I can't do this. We're not going to be paying attention to, hey, there's a house right there that I can buy pennies on the dollar. Hey, they're selling a pressure washing rig, pennies on the dollar, that I can go buy this stuff up, and now I can redistribute it, and I can grow, and I can make money off of it. And and you are 100% right. That's when wealth changes. And so you are right on that. I am new to business and about fired up next week. What is every experience with door hangers? You get a lot of walking in. My yard signs keep getting taken down. I feel like I'm wasting my money. What should I do? Put them out on Monday, and as long as they get out through Monday, put them out on Friday, and as long as they make them to Monday, who cares? I guarantee you that will make you money. All right. Again, go check out, if you're on the West Coast and you want to take the pressure washing class and Christmas light class and be able to make lots of money doing Christmas lights out west, go check out pressurewash.com/date. I will be doing a training there. Again, if you want to go check out kingofpressurewash.com, that's my online site. That's where I teach people how to start and grow pressure washing businesses. It's got the blueprint in there, all of that awesome stuff. But other than that, if you do that, we will see you on Sunday. Sunday night is my next live on YouTube. So go check that out. Make sure you follow me and you hit the bell button down there, so that way you will know when I'm going live. I thank you all for coming out tonight. I hope you all learned something. I hope I sparked something in you to go do great things, because I want you to go do great things. I want you to be able to go do great things in your area or whatever that drives you, so that way you can do amazing things. That's my goal. My goal is to help you do amazing things. So other than that, I hope you all have a great night.